Tips tonight. Stick around. We'll be right back with more. It's time for the NBA, live on 2K Sports. And in our matchup tonight, we'll see the Los Angeles Lakers going up against the Houston Rockets. With Greg Anthony and Chris Webber, this is Kevin Harlan. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sidelines. Here's the starting group for Houston. Kelly Olynyk is out there with Christian Wood. Then it's Porter. Then there's Bradley. And it's Tate. And at the 3, the small forward. And for the Lakers, LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Then there's Andre Drummond. Then it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And it's Caruso in at the point guard. And the athleticism of both these teams should come into play tonight. No lack of quickness on either side of the ball.
Oh, yeah. Put your track shoes on, Kevin. We'll be running sprints tonight. Here we go.
Tip-off goes to Houston. Outside Bradley. And some nice passing there by Houston. Wood passes to Porter. No good from outside. And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
In that one, they owned the backboards. Most of the second chance opportunities went to them.
Yeah, if you can be that much better on the glass, you're going to win the game.
And so the Los Angeles Lakers get the first points of the ballgame. Tate, the pass to Bradley. Shot clock at 6. Over Caldwell-Pope. That one off the back iron and out. About a minute played so far here in the first. Good, and the assist goes to James.
Oh, man, I love how Caldwell-Pope uses his muscle on the drive, just bouncing off the defense and nailing some pretty difficult shots.
Porter passes to Olynyk. Kicks it to Porter. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Even a blind squirrel finds an acorn once in a while, right? I did not think that was going on.
LeBron drives in. Right side Davis. Outside for Caldwell-Pope. Los Angeles keeps it going. A new 14-second shot clock. From outside, off the mark. For Houston, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Now, here's Porter. Not a lot of room. That one a little long.
That's a break for the D right there. I mean, he takes advantage of open looks inside more often than not.
Here's LeBron. Offensive rebound. Porter with it. They count on his contributions, currently providing 16.5 points a game. Rebound the Lakers.
The defense has done a good job of forcing him in tough shots this quarter.
And at last season's trade deadline, Andre Drummond traded away basically for a second-round pick. A shockingly low return for a guy who was once considered a franchise player.
6 to shoot. A floater. Drummond. Great positioning on the putback.
If there's a better rebounder in the league than Drummond, tell me, because I'd like to know about it. I mean, his work on the offensive glass is huge for them.
Now, here's Bradley. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. And, Greg, why is it that the Pistons got so little in exchange for Drummond?
Well, I think he was an impending free agent. I think Detroit looking to rebuild. Also, it says something about the center position in today's game.
Here's Caruso following the score by Avery Bradley. Here's Drummond. No good there. The Rockets go the other way with it. Last time they met in Houston.
Well, if they want to avoid the outcome of that first meeting, they'll need to be stronger on the glass. They were completely outmatched in the last one.
They needed more fire and intensity tonight. Even if they don't win the battle of the boards, they have to put up a fight.
Now, here's Bradley. After the miss from Andre Drummond. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. And so it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for Los Angeles. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I was able to catch up with the head coach of the Rockets. They've had a tough time figuring out the Lakers this season, having lost both of the previous meetings. I asked Coach about what needed to change, and he said, "We haven't matched their energy, not once. We can do it for a few minutes, but not for all 4 quarters. That's something we can't let happen tonight." So you can assume this will be an intense one from the get-go. Guys?
Thanks, David. Lakers leading by 4. Down low, here's James. It's deflected, and the turnover again by Houston. And now another look at that mobile one-block defensive performance.
Some intimidation right away. Got to show those shooters you're going to be there all night long.
LA's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Caldwell Pope passes to Drummond. Back to Caldwell Pope. LeBron outside. Trying to get open is Davis. LeBron, no good.
It's time for him to start looking for other options. They can't let him keep shooting. His touch is gone. Well, he'll take advantage of that kind of soft defense every time. Just give him a chance to attack the basket, and he will.
Now here's LeBron. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring hit from him. That one good for 2.
Such blinding speed on the drive. I mean, James is a force of nature when he's on the attack.
Bradley kicks to Porter. And stolen by Drummond. Now here's Davis. 20 points for him last game against New York. LeBron passes to Caruso. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. James has got 3 assists tonight.
I mean, the passing genius of LeBron coming to the surface. I mean, a look that only a few players in the league can make.
Now here's Bradley. Here's Porter. Rebounded by the Lakers. Drummond's got 5 rebounds tonight. Caruso looking for an opening. Here's Davis. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
Rockets trail by 8. Now Porter. Tries from 10. The rebound by Caldwell Pope.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
Just off his game, forcing a few shots, not letting the game come to him naturally.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
And for Houston, they're shooting a lowly 30% to start this game out. Caldwell Pope against Bradley. Olynyk in the corner. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. Davis in the corner. Off target with his 3. Houston's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Caruso kicks to Caldwell Pope. Passes to James. The Rockets pull it in.
He's been off the mark, but somehow he hasn't held them back as a team.
Porter, no luck.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
Here's Caruso, guarded by Porter. And that one, good.
Timeout.
Caruso's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
They've decided to pound the ball inside, using their physicality to set the tone.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
Yeah, tough game on the road. The guys you're defending, obviously comfortable shooting in their own building. You've got to find a way to break their rhythm.
You got to be locked in on the road. I mean, when there's no cohesiveness on defense, you're in danger.
So both teams making some changes here. Let's see some of the numbers here for Andre Drummond.
And he's fallen out of favor a little bit in their offense, at least compared to how he was being used earlier in the season. His usage percentage is down over the past 5 games. Maybe he'll be more involved here tonight.
Now here is Augustine. Coming in off a 21-point game his last outing. On the wing, Brown. Will it go? Kuzma pulls it in.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
Here's Horton Tucker. He had 13 points in the win against New York. From deep, but they recover it. Here's James. Augustine with the steal. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break. Now the pass to Augustine. Five on the clock. And it's sent back by Morris.
Oh, man, look at Morris. Use his reach to turn away a shot. He's excellent at cornering shooters and sending their shots back.
Here's Horton Tucker. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Beyond the arc. Nope, not that time. Nothing for 2 from the field. Rockets trail by 12. Houston moving it around. Brown against Harrell. Brown kicks to Augustine. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. Kuzma outside. And it's DJ Augustine with the foul. That's his first foul. Houston on D, a 12-point game. Kuzma passes to Morris. LeBron James on the wing, just 5 to shoot. He scores with that shot. Now he's 3 of 8.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
They've come out of the gate strong at both ends of the floor, just in total control so far.
Timeout called, the Rockets. Greg, you've always said to have a winning team, you need franchise players. Talk about the specific qualities you look for in those superstars that can catapult a team to greatness.
It's a great question, Kevin. Talent really isn't enough. You know, whether you lead vocally or by example, the agenda has to be winning, and your best players really define who your team is going to be. So the franchise caliber player is a much needed asset. Let's take a look at Kyle Kuzma's numbers. How last month turned out for him. He's putting up about 14 points a night, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. He's been making the right decisions and letting the game come to him. Solid play all around.
Yeah, GA, I like it because he's not overcomplicating things. I mean, he's just playing to his strengths and taking what the defense gives him.
Now here is Augustine. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And let's go down to a list of players you can't leave open under any circumstances. This season's most accurate small forwards from the field. LeBron James third.
And that tells you about their ability to slash through the defense and get to the hoop effectively. I mean, because you have to be getting a lot of layups to have that kind of a percentage.
That's true, but can they also fill it up from outside? This is a group that can score from anywhere on the floor.
And the first one drops. He's perfect from the line this time.
Now, his free throw shooting is something they never need to worry about. He doesn't even know how to go through a cold streak.
James against Augustine. Harrell trying to free himself up. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
Los Angeles shooting their first free throws of the night.
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good.
Well, you know, teams look for +6s, players whose wingspans exceed their height by a half foot. Montrezl Harrell is a 6'7" player with a 7'4" wingspan. If you're struggling with the math, ladies and gentlemen, that's a +9.
And both free throws good for Harrell. And between his length and his athleticism, Montrezl Harrell well suited for that role of small ball center, Greg, in today's NBA.
Yeah, I mean, he's fearless. Even giving up a few pounds, a few inches, he'll go right at you and making steady improvements as a rebounder year over year.
Now here's Brooks, right wing, from the corner. No good that time. And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. They lead by 14. Now here's Harrell. Tight defense on him. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass.
Yeah, off to a strong start here early. 6 points off second chance bucket.
Kuzma against Brown. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to be on Montrezl Harrell. Houston shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And in terms of team numbers, the free throw percentage is right at 74.
And the first one at the line is good. Marc Gasol's checked in for Los Angeles. And Brown drops them both. 46 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Horton Tucker. Brooks covering. LeBron James on the wing. He has 6. Basket counts.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, they've been very aggressive, and they've taken early control of this game.
Now here is Augustine. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. House. Good D by LeBron.
He's not an easy man to stop when he's attacking the basket. The D doing everything he can.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
And here's Augustine over James. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall.
I love the defensive tenacity. James showing real hustle and energy on this end of the floor.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. They've been playing some ferocious defense. We'll get right back to the action when we return. A little bit earlier, we had a chance to chat with Kyle Kuzma, who loves playing alongside so much talent.
You know, for me, it's super cool just to learn, sit back, watch, but also compete against these guys. You know, that's something that I want to do. So to be around those guys and be in the foxhole with those guys is, it's pretty incredible.
Well, Kuzma, Greg, has certainly learned a lot, proficient at the offensive end, and adding more to his game every day.
Yeah, I mean, he's been focused on improving the defense and rebounding, and much of that is due to the players he's been surrounded by.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And for the Lakers, this has been the game they wanted to have.
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
Yeah, they're clawing, they're grinding, doing anything they could to make the most of their possessions.
Marc Gasol is out there with Markieff Morris. Then there's Kyle Kuzma. And it's LeBron James. And it's Horton Tucker in at the 2 spot. That's the Laker 5. Now here's Brown.
And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
Yeah, sure. I mean, when you take care of the backboard, you can limit teams to 1 shot.
Greg, if you're a small market team, how do you convince stars that you've drafted and developed to stay and re-sign?
It's a great question, Kevin. I actually think in a lot of ways it's easier today because you can be box office. You can be a superstar in a small market and have the name recognition because of the era we play in. And so I think the biggest way to keep them there is to build a championship caliber team around them. I think that is your saving grace. If you can prove to them that you can build a championship caliber team, I don't really think that there is a reason to want to leave.
That's a solid blueprint.
You know, I like Morris. He's a valuable contributor on both ends of the floor. Now, he's a sniper from deep, and he can definitely lock you up on D as well.
And the second free throw, good. Rockets trail by 17. Augustine with it. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
That's a perfect setup. Solid screen, defender can't avoid it. Opens up a clear path to the bucket.
Kuzma outside. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Now here is Augustine. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game.
Oh, that's some skill on that assist. I mean, the timing has to be perfect on a lead pass.
Here's James. 15-point game. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. Up top, Kuzma shoots the 3. Here's Morris. And at last, they get one to fall.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Now here is Augustine.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
Yeah, coach is definitely pleased. That's the execution he loves to see.
Here's Horton Tucker. Got a piece of it. A 3-ball. But they'll get another chance. And it's Brown missing. Lakers leading by 15. James outside. Knocked away. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Brown. And Los Angeles with some changes. Davis is checked in for Morris. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope comes in for Kyle Kuzma. And it's Alex Caruso in for James. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. And that'll be the Lakers as it goes out of bounds. Lakers retain possession. Los Angeles making a switch here. Drummond's checked in. And the Rockets making a change here. Shot from the inbound. And it's laid in by Davis. Davis has got 8 points.
Well, this is where you want to get AD his shots. I mean, that's almost automatic.
Pass to Olynyk. Houston moving it around. Here's Wood. Good D by Drummond. And here's Caldwell-Pope. He brings it up for the Lakers. 17-point lead, their biggest. Caruso, the pass to Davis. An even 3-on-3 break. Now here's Bradley. He's covered closely. Los Angeles leading by 17. Pass to Caruso. Now Davis. Just 5 on the clock. Caldwell-Pope right side. Shoots. That one no good. And the Rockets take it the other way. Outside Bradley. Passes it to Wood. Drills it from outside.
Oh, nice look by Bradley, moving it to the open man.
For Los Angeles, they've gone just 33% from the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. Just 3 of 9. It's rebounded by Houston. Wood's got 4 rebounds in this game.
And Avery Bradley still a solid player for this team. You know, maybe not in his prime, but still defensively, he's a difference maker.
Yeah, G.A. I mean, injuries have slowed Bradley down over the years, but he still has some great footwork. He's physical on defense. He's undersized, but he can match up with either guard spot.
Tate the pass to Porter. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one on Davis. And Kevin Porter Jr., all the issues you'd expect from a rookie, Greg. Unforced errors, a few too many fouls and turnovers. But as you and I were talking, and as the coaches told us, the upside is huge.
I tell you, Kev, his first step with the ball in his hands is incredible. Can burst by defenders like they're waiting at a bus stop. Once he matures, he's going to be a handful to deal with.
Free throw good, Porter. And looking back at what was a stellar career, Greg, if there was one thing you could have done differently, do you have anything on your mind?
You know, I would have loved to have had the opportunity to finish my career in New York. That was a special place, a special time. Unfortunately, that didn't transpire, but that's the one thing that stands out. That and obviously not winning a championship.
I can understand both of those.
Yes.
Lakers leading by 12. Now here's Drummond. He had 16 points in the win against New York.
And His impact wasn't just on offense. He played great deep, blocked 2 shots. I mean, there wasn't a whole lot he didn't do in that game.
Here's Bradley after the made shot from Andre Drummond, and stolen by Drummond, and pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles, and the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. Lakers shooting their 5th free throw of the game here.
One shot.
And that one misses.
In over his 2 years at UNLV, Christian Wood shot just 26% from long range, so he's made a huge improvement in the NBA.
Yeah, and it's become a key part of his offensive games. Yeah, he's put the work in behind the scenes. I mean, developing a skill set that's so much in the game.
Just 4 to shoot. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Porter's got 4 this quarter. Lakers leading by 14. Here's Caruso. 6 points for him. Here's Davis, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one on Olynyk.
And for everything that Anthony Davis does on the floor, you can't forget about his defense. Still an elite level defender, guards multiple positions and turns away a number of shots.
Shooting 2.
And that one falls for Davis. And Davis gets a lot of blocks without getting in foul trouble. About a 1-to-1 ratio for him in his career.
Incredible. And he's done a great job of learning how to go straight up, playing vertical. Gets blocks but doesn't get pulled out of position. Does everything you want from a defensive anchor.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2.
Yeah, the coaching staff values the effect Davis has on the team. I mean, he's a strong enough player that the rest of the guys can really rally around him.
Tate the pass.